He saved money for a dream, a business, a house, a new life. But when his beloved asked for help, he gave everything and learned a terrible truth that changed him forever. Max dreamed. He dreamed not just of surviving, but of living. Since childhood, he knew that no one would give him the life he dreamed of. His mother raised him alone, worked 2 jobs to feed her son and pay for at least the minimum of his classes: sports, English, drawing. From an early age, he saw how hard every day was for her and swore to himself, "When I grow up, I will change everything." He started working part-time at 16. At first, he helped at a car wash, then got a job in a coffee shop. After school, he went to college to become a logistician, not because it was a dream, but because it was cheap and close to home. He saved on everything. He did not go to clubs, did not buy new sneakers, but put aside $100, $300, everything he could. He had a goal, by the age of 30, to open his own business, buy a car, and rent a house. He knew for sure it would not be luxurious, but stable. And here he is, 28. He has a stable job behind him, almost $1 million in his account, investments in online business training, and sketches of a future auto parts store. Everything was going according to plan. And then he met her, Yulia, slender, bright, as if from another world. She had eyes that seemed to reflect space. So deep, sad. They met by chance, in line for coffee. They exchanged a few words, and the next day, numbers. Then, walks, talks until dawn, jokes, touches. She didn't ask for anything. She was modest, a little withdrawn, but somehow very real. A couple of months later, she suddenly disappeared. She stopped answering calls. Only a week later, she got in touch, via video link. She looked completely different from before, haggard with gray circles under her eyes. Her voice was shaking. "Max, I didn't want to tell you really. I just didn't want you to feel sorry for me. I have cancer." Max seemed to freeze. He didn't believe it. He couldn't believe it. Then thousands of thoughts. Maybe it's a mistake. Maybe they'll cure me. Yulia told her that the treatment was expensive, that she covered part of it herself, and that one friend helped her pay the rest. And she added, as if in passing, "Don't ask me for anything. I can't take money from you. You have to live your own life. You have a business coming up." It was these words that broke him. She didn't ask, and this moved him even more. 2 days later, he himself offered to help her. First, he transferred $100,000, then more. Then he sold his laptop. He canceled the purchase of a car. He withdrew the investment in the business and gave it to the clinic, where, as Yulia said, she goes to get treatment in New York. Max no longer thought about plans. He thought only about her living, everything for her sake. A month passed. She was getting weaker and weaker. She hardly ever contacted. She was in the clinic and with her family most of the time. Max couldn't find a place for himself. And then one day he decided. He took a day off and went to New York, to that very clinic. He wanted to find out at least something, just to see her. When he arrived, it turned out that they had never had such a patient. Never. He didn't believe it. At first, he thought it was a mistake, maybe the wrong last name. He called her, wrote to her, no answer. Then he got into the car he rented and drove to her house, the address she called her parents. There he saw her, alive, healthy, cheerful, in heels with her friends, with coffee in her hand and a laugh that hit the heart like a whip. He came up to her. She was surprised. A shadow of guilt, fear flashed across her face, but then cold determination. "I'm sorry, Max. It was an experiment. I wanted to understand who you are. Who is there when things are bad? Could you be with me until the end?" I wasn't sick. He didn't understand right away. She continued, I was testing you. It was important for me to know, if things get bad, will you give everything? Or will you run away? I can't build a relationship with a person who won't sacrifice himself for me. Do you understand? He was silent. His heart was pounding in his temples. He didn't believe it. He didn't want to believe it. Is this a joke? Ilayen, this is a test. You passed it. You are real. There are few like you. He sat down on the floor by the door. He looked at the floor. There were no thoughts in his head, only silence. Then anger, then resentment. You played with me. You took away my dream. Don't say that. It was a test. Everything for us. Now we can build a life together. I chose you. He was silent for a long time. Then he said quietly, and I didn't love you. He didn't shout. He didn't blame. He just silently got into the car and drove away. He drove for 3 hours without stopping. And then he stopped and cried. Silently, for real. Not because he lost money, because he lost trust. 2 years have passed. Max still hasn't bought that same car, but he now has a business, a small, cozy coffee shop on the outskirts of the city. It always smells of cinnamon, plays jazz, and there's a sign on the wall. Honesty is not a test. It's a choice. He no longer sacrifices himself for those who consider his love a test.